good, YouTube? It's Ty Wavy back with another video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I want to talk about today for my life, realizing that leaving college saved my life. I was once a college student, started after high school from like 2018 to 2019, did like 3 semesters. First year of college, it was good. Had some ups and downs, typical of a college student. Had a lot of good times, had a lot of bad times. Met a lot of people, a lot of different types of people, all walks of life, here and there or there. So my last year of school, my last year of college before I left, it was good at first, but then things started going downhill. I felt like it wasn't for me anymore. Like, that's when I couldn't do the things I used to do. I felt like things weren't the same as it was like my freshman year. Like, freshman year, it was a lot, I don't know, I felt like it was a lot more free, carefree. Like my last year of school, I don't know, I just felt like things wasn't right going on in the world at the time for me. And I was going through like money problems in school. I had to get a job that wasn't, it was okay at the time, but looking back, it wasn't really the best job, but I had to do what I had to do. And I realized the people I was around, I wasn't really around the best type of people like I thought. I didn't really have like that support system like I thought, not from my family, but like the people that I met in college like that. I just felt like I wasn't with the right crowd like I thought. I thought I was with the right crowd, but I wasn't. And I made that, and then it was to the point where I just couldn't deal with the school life anymore, the college life anymore. But it was a hard phone call to make. I talked to my sister first, told her that I didn't want to do the school thing anymore. Then she was like, I gotta talk to my mom. That was a hard phone call to make, to the point where it got me emotional. You know, I made that phone call, but it was an emotional one because I felt like, looking at that time, I was letting them down for me leaving school. But you know, I was leaving school, I had a plan. I'm not gonna drop something without having a plan. So, I mean, you know, I was gonna have to pay some of the money back for student loans, of course. But spider in my eye. I just realized tell my mom, told my decision, and then withdrew from. I told her, you know, the college that I was withdrawing from my classes. But my mom wanted me to stay, take an exam. Did that, moved out. But there was 2 instances to the point where there was 2 incidents that made me really stand on my decision for leaving. One time, I was with a group of people that I used to hang with, hanging out in the dorm room, doing some things, doing illegal activities in the bathroom that at the time it was illegal. Doing things that weren't good in the bathroom. And to the point where, and looking back during that time, I realized I didn't have God in my life at that time either. And as soon as we finished doing what we was doing, as soon as I left the room, they start knocking on their door, on the people I was with door at the time. I didn't live in their area, so I left at that time. And there was another incident. It was me and 3 other people. This was towards the end of this is basically the last end of the semester. We was in the car. At the time, doing illegal activities, sitting in the car, and then The police drove, then there was a cop came around, which he drove by, minding his business. But he came back around to the car. It wasn't my car. He came back, he smelled something. He smelled the substance. And we was doing the substance in the car. Then, mind you, I was the person that had the substance last before the cop even came back. So I panicked, my heart was dropping to the point like, man, I could potentially go to jail. And I know as a person, I'm not built for that. So, and I didn't know what to think in that moment. And, the cop talked with us and stuff like that. Then we all had to get out the car. He put us in handcuffs. I was in handcuffs, my first time ever being detained. And I was like, man, saying to myself, what the heck did I get myself into? Dealing with these people, man. People I was dealing with, I was like, what did I get myself into, man? Like, but then, the other car came. He was looking for the substance, but he couldn't find it. Because mind you, I hid the substance to where they can't find it. And they couldn't find it. The only thing they could find was like the wrapper, the packaging that it came out of. But the thing that saved us is because the people I was with, they got caught before, but the first time, but I wasn't with them the first time. And that decision right there gave me the final straw to leave it for good. I was already leaving school beforehand, but that was my final straw right there. Like, I can't be around the area no more. Mind you, I already had a speeding ticket, so I couldn't get into more trouble after that, during that situation. So that would have been a double whammy. And during that time, I hadn't been to court yet for my speeding ticket at the time. So they're back on topic. And once I left school, once I finished done with school, had to deal with the speeding ticket, had to deal with that, deal with life. And then COVID happened. And then during COVID, dealing with the trials and tribulations with that. Then I was in a toxic relationship that wasn't good for me at the time. And then after that, I got back on my feet, started getting back on my feet. Better job, better pay at the time. Started my clothing brand business. Therefore, better jobs and stuff like that. But now that I'm older, some time passed by, and looking back at all the situations that I've been through and everything, I realized leaving school actually did save my life. And I'm thankful that I'm not in that environment no more. I don't associate with those type of people anymore. And looking back how far I came, it really saved my life. And therefore, the end of the video.